Welcome back to a new video. This video is going to be about the way I earn my extra money and the job I do in my free time. As you might have seen, I hand out these newspaper-ish things. That's what I do. In this video I'll be sharing some tips and ways that you can make it easier and the way it can just be improved and done way more efficiently, and things that I just use to make it, easier for myself. The first tip that I have is to always take something to drink. It's really important that you take water or just something that will keep you hydrated. When you're doing work and you're moving, you don't really notice that you're not drinking that much. Definitely take water. A second tip is a way you can make it a little bit more fun. I personally listen to music. When you're doing your paper route, you don't really have anyone to talk to unless you're on the phone, which you can also do with headphones. Put them in your head and your ear. The way I do it, what I used to do was I used to just cut this open here with the scissor, and then I'd go from house to house. And then I'd go from house to house, and I would fold a newspaper, put it into the mailbox. But what I do now is, because it comes in these packets, I cut open one packet, fold that, put it into my wagon, and then I have that on reserve, and then whenever I get to a house, I just pull it out, put it in, and when I run out, I can just quickly refill. I will show you now the way I fold them. So first you cut these pieces of plastic which hold them together, and there are two, so you cut again. Then what you do is you have this piece of paper, and you fold it over like this once, so that it's in half. And then on here again, you fold it in half another time, so that it's more like a cylinder, like a roll. And then you just stick that in the side. The fourth tip that I really think is extremely important: always take the map of the area that you're working in. This is very important because when you come across a house that, for example, isn't mentioned in here or something, you can mark it on the map. If you come across a house that doesn't want the newspaper, then you mark the house, and that way later on you know not to visit that house or not to go there, and it could just help you figure things out. For example, shortcuts or ways to make it easier. The map is definitely something you want to be taking. The fifth tip is that you should take breaks. Oftentimes when you're in the work, you think, okay, I need to get it done as fast as possible, and you don't really think about taking breaks because you want to get it done as fast as possible, and you want to just, go home, and you're so into it. It's important to take breaks so that you can just kind of rest for a few minutes, also to have a drink, and maybe also take something to eat. The last tip I think is extremely important for the winter now, because it's getting colder, and that is taking enough to wear. I always take a sweater and then a jacket and good shoes, just so that you don't get cold, because oftentimes when you're working and you're pulling in the cart and then you're doing the work, you oftentimes forget how cold it is because you're feeling warm, but afterwards when you're then walking home relaxed, you are really sweaty, which means that you're going to be cooling down faster, because that's what the sweat does. So it's very, very important that you take something warm to wear for keeping you warm before, during, and after your working time. So this was just a tiny little video to give an insight of what I do as a little side job for extra money. I hope these things can also help you improve your way you do your little side job and make it a little bit more fun and not that much of a chore. I really do like doing it. In the beginning I was a little bit skeptical, but now I really think I'm into it and I have the whole thing under control. I really hope these tips could help you. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.